can advertise my music. You want to hire me to do some music.
Right.
Danza, danza, fanciulla, al mio cantar.
Jeez.
Danza, danza, fanciulla, gentile, al mio cantar. Should I keep going?
No.
Nashville, known worldwide as a serious music city. We say, would it kill you to laugh a little? It's Join with Video!
Featuring Caitlin Cannon,
Alice Wallace,
Dina Barabash, Stuffy Schmidt,
special guest, Andrew Leahy.
and now your hosts, Scot Sax and Gina Frary Bacon.
So Scott and I decided to come down here to one of our favorite places, Eastside Bowl, because Mike Viola, legendary Mike Viola, is playing, and Trappers Shoop opened up for him. Really interesting. We got a chance to talk to both of them briefly. Well, one briefly, the other a little less briefly. But we had a good time.
I'm Alice Wallace with the Postcast. Why predict when you can reflect?
So last Monday, you know, I can't really think about the weather this week. My dating life is in the toilet.
Dear, unfortunate mood, can I interrupt? I don't like you, yeah, you mess me up. You make me tired, you make me lie, you make me wanna stay inside. It's time for a happy song, maybe later on.
And so I've gotten back on the dating apps, and it's just as terrible as you could imagine. So, you know, maybe for change things up, let's do a postcast of a week in the life of someone on the dating apps. What do you think? Monday, there was Steve, who showed up to our date on time, but with a shirt that was buttoned off by one button the entire way down, and one side of the collar.
Jeremy's got good bones. He's got good bones.
Good.
Yes.
And jingle writing and movie scoring, that's not an easy business to get into. He must have been doing it a while and be really good at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's something you kind of do yourself.
I have no idea what you mean.
It was tucked into the shirt. So I spent the entire date just staring at that happening and just wondering how he didn't have any friends who might have told him, hey dude, you want to fix your shirt before you show up to the date? So that was Monday. Then Tuesday we had Dave, who had some pretty good conversation actually, but most of it was about his 10 pet tarantulas and their names and their very different personalities. And you know, with Steve, like, what kind of friends do you have that don't tell you that your shirt's buttoned? Or how do you...
You'll never have a woman hit on you like they do when they want a baby.
That's good to know.
And if I knew that wasn't gonna be as regular a thing as it was in those months,
You would have waited.
I would have videoed.
Not even look in the mirror before you leave the house at some point to go on a date. Like, what kind of guy thinks a girl's gonna want to go out with that?
I was touring with a group. It was after David Bowie had passed away, and his band went on tour. And they took along some singers, and I was one of the singers.
Oh, cool. That must have been really interesting.
I thought it was a cappuccino, right? Oh, hi. Welcome to Where You Been. How can I help you?
I come in here every day, and I buy a coffee. Okay, bring it out to me. All right, fine. And you charge me. I think it's like $3.50. Pay the money. It's, you know, I've been a customer here for like 5 years. Okay, and you know, I drink the coffee and everything's fine. Sit down. Sometimes I sit down. Sometimes I go up there. And when I've done my coffee, you know, I always, like, you know, I throw the cup away, say goodbye to, you know, the people if I'm talking to anybody, and then I leave, you know, and then I just come back in the next day and get my coffee, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, cool.
Okay. So we're all good.
There's not that many pound cake trucks.
When I discovered pound cake as a kid,
What, as an item or a song?
I crossed whatever whatever I was gonna do for the next, like, at least day and maybe a month. I just couldn't believe how good pound cake was. I think I had.
Skis blown, I know, can't send them back, hold them in, so I let them go. Losing my cool, I have no use for you.
Anyway, so Wednesday, you know, I actually thought Tarantula Guy had a little bit of potential, so I asked if he wanted to try a second date, and he actually turned me down. He said we didn't have enough in common, so I stayed at home and watched When Harry Met Sally and cried. And so then that was Wednesday.
Anytime I open for, like, a really famous person, I just call it a double bill in future, because what are you gonna do?
Yeah, co-headline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-headline.
They just happened to be headlining that
Yeah.
night. But
I heard that word,
Yeah.
you know, in passing as like a 9-year-old
Sure.
or 12 or however it was. And my mom happened to buy Sarah Lee, I think, is the Beatles of pound cake.
Classic.
I think that's on her tombstone. Here lies Sarah Lee, the Beatles of pound cake. That's a sentence. Ding, ding, ding. Sentence you never thought you'd hear.
To the bottom of the Cumberland River. Food for the
I wouldn't imagine the libido levels were high during the Civil War. They're fighting for their great territories, not the great women.
freight train rolling.
But let me ask you a quick question. Sure. Give us, like, the 5 faux pas of bio writing. Go. Just, you know, real short.
why don't I give you the 5, what's an opposite of a faux pas? Yes,
Things that you want to
yes,
do.
ma?
Wow, that was pretty good. You know what? He is funky.
So Thursday, got back on the apps because I didn't have any more dates. Just started swiping and swiping. I swiped so much that the app told me that I was out of available men. So basically, I got dumped by the dating app.
Well, Scott, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I was checking, making sure the audio didn't mess up. I was looking for me.
After all of that, after all of the twists and turns, the ups and downs, this journey finally took me to a place where I was ready to find my birth mother. I finally had hope.
Cut!
There was some talk about how the budget was tight. So I just was thinking, like, I could add in the, like, mood music while we're doing it, and then you don't have to pay buddy to. But you know what? It's not necessary. I could just, you know what? I could just put it right there. We're good.
is.
And I'll make it look like my ass is asking the questions, which it usually is. Yeah.
Well,
I like
There we
this.
go.
this guy's gonna
Alright.
interview Will.